This month in July, I had a red month with my trading and it wasn't the best performance, and I'm deciding to change my system, and this is what my system actually looks like. You can see right here the results. I have a bunch of over trading, but up until this week, I had straight green. It's straight green, but to what extent though? I don't know if you guys can, if that's focused. You see, we had some days where we took 30 plus trades, 20 plus trades, and it was a terrible month, you know? I'm still learning discipline, but at the same time, I'm also learning a system. And the system that I'm actually learning right now is honestly, it sounds very like ass backwards, but it's honestly reverse psychology. So the way that I'm doing it is I am actually, why is my, okay. I'm actually looking at 8 different stocks. Crazy, right? So over here I have Nvidia, Amazon, Tesla, Microsoft, and then over here I have QQQ, SPY, Meta, and Apple. Now what that does for me is I'm not constantly looking at one chart, forcing setups or forcing trades. I'm simply just removing that resistance to just being like, okay, I'm watching this one. Now I have to wait. Now I have to wait. Oh, this looks good. I'm going to take it. Versus if I'm looking at all these other charts, I can really block out all the noise and really see which stocks are moving, which has the volume, and if there's like a trend or not. And because of this new way that I'm trading and just taking this different approach, I'm also sizing down. I'm taking one contract per trade, and the only one where I'm really taking more than one contract is literally QQQ, because the spreads are very very tight and they're not like crazy. I don't know, like if you ever traded Meta or Microsoft or even like just other stocks besides like QQQ or SPY, the spreads can be pretty crazy. Tesla, it's not that bad, but it can still be pretty crazy on a smaller account. So not only watching a bunch of different more stocks, but also sizing down and also setting a manual stop order. Usually option traders close their position around 20 to 25% mentally, like with a mental stop. But if you calculate that and set it in through a manual limit, like manual stop limit order, then you release all control and let the market do what it needs to do, because you can't honestly, you really can't tell whether the market's going to go up or down. If it hits your stop limit, if it hits your limit, whatever it is, honestly setting that stop loss and just forgetting about it and securing even just a little bit of profit is a lot better than having a trade that's green turn red and only holding it to make the day much more red. Like if we see some of these trades right here, right, you can see that I took pretty big swings, right? This was on Monday. We ended the day green, but you can see minus 91 on 2 contracts, right? So 2 contracts, and then this one 3 contracts, and then this one 1 contract, and this one contract, and this one 2 contracts, and this one contract, and again 2 contracts. So because this was the first day of my new approach, I was still figuring out my risk management and my position sizing. So I was anywhere between 1 to 3 contracts, and I took that day and put it to use onto going into the following week, and knowing that my size is too big, I'm trading too much, and I'm not cutting my losers quickly or faster, whatever. I'm holding on to the losers too long. That's why setting that manual stop order, because a lot of these trades, for example, well, not even for example, but a lot of these trades, they were green but ended up going red. So we can go on to Tuesday. We actually had just a one and done. This was good. But then right here on Wednesday, we took a total of 7 trades, but you can see how some of these, or what is it, like 1, 2, 3, 4 of these trades right here, risk was managed because I set my manual stop limit order. I put my stop loss in through the options, and it's helping me manage my risk a lot better. The one thing that did mess me up is trading AMD. This was my first time trading AMD, and the spreads on this is crazy. So I had an entry of 224 and an exit of 127. These were about like, the spreads on AMD go from like, I want to say like 40-cent spread. So that's literally $40 per spike. It's crazy. So I removed AMD from my whole trading watch list from looking at the charts. Yeah, it's a good stock, don't get me wrong, but it's not one that really helps me or really moves my needle while trading options. And then right here, this is on Thursday, plus 83. We had $0, literally break even, setting my stop loss to break even on this Nvidia short. And then Tesla, this was a full loss, 15%. And then over here, Tesla, 20%. I bet you this is two contracts. Exactly. 2 contracts. This one contract. The amount of money you can make on one contract with a small account is completely underrated. No one talks about it enough, and this is the same thing, 2 contracts. It's pretty backwards when you think about it when I say that I'm trading more or even looking at more charts, because yeah, I should be focused on one. I should be trading like 2 trades per day, but I've been trading so long and I want to remove that resistance where discipline feels like a chore rather than it is who I am. So the way that I do it is, this is how I trade. Yeah, I may be over trading, taking too many trades, but I'm also managing my risk. And managing risk is literally non-negotiable. You cannot manage risk and be profitable in this industry. It just won't work. You will literally blow your account just holding a red trade all throughout the day, even if you're over leveraged. And even if you're not over leveraged, you can still blow your account. Now, the last thing that I want to talk about in my system that's really taking my approach differently and helping me actually make more money is changing and rewiring my psychological and my mental. So the way that I do that is, with these profits, right now I'm up 376 on the week, but on the month I'm actually down 3260. I'm actually spending my profits. Even if it's just as little as $20, I'm using that money to just pay it off on my credit card. It's something so simple, and it's literally like money that was just handed to me, because it still helps me manage my risk. It still helps me stay consistent with proper risk management and position sizing. And 3, it's helping me pay off my credit card. It's free money to an extent. Now, today is August 1st. I'm making this on August 1st, and we go back to the markets on the 3rd. So I'm going to be using the same approach, still looking at the same 8 stocks and trading with 1 to 2 contracts max. Nothing else, nothing less. That's it. Now, the one rule that I want to set myself is the amount of trades per day that I take, because let's see, how many trades did I take? I took 7 trades on Monday, and then 1 trade on Tuesday. That's 8 trades. 7 trades on Wednesday. 7, 8, 15. 5 trades on Thursday. 20. 6 trades on Friday. 26 trades in a span of a week. So if we do the average on that, that's 5.2. So we average about 5 trades per day, and I want to keep it as low as 4. My rule in the beginning stages, my first 1 to 2 years, I would keep it at 2 and max 3 with slippages. But it's coming to a point now where it's like, I'm taking more than 3 trades a day. And even if it's not on the same stock, I don't want to be able to go long or go short intraday back and forth just because I can't accept a loss. And being able to actually read the market looking at these other stocks helps me too. It's knowing where the market's actually flowing. On TradingView, you can sort whether or not the markets are actually bullish or bearish just by simply going on your watch list or whatever and then pressing the change. Something so simple as that. Like, it's helping me approach the market so much more differently than I was in the beginning, like 1 to 2 years. And I never would have thought to be trading the way that I am now. And although it's only my first week, I still want to make a video all throughout August talking about this new system and new approach that I'm actually taking. So if you guys learned anything, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!